Uh,
And this could be your room program wide, just whatever you see.
Program-wise, like I think we are further along. I think we're moving in the right direction. I think you have a ton of guys that's kind of gone through the season, want something different for this season, and they're working towards it. You have guys that are embracing the process, and so the field is different that way. You got guys that's competing. You got guys that are coaching, and I'm talking player to player. You have guys that's kind of into the next guy in terms of helping that guy along. And so when you got guys that's buying into other guys, like there's a tendency to kind of feel the.
Is there value in going through what you guys did last year?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, anytime you get an opportunity to get out there and compete and kind of find out exactly where you are, yes, exactly. It's really good to kind of go through that process, reevaluate yourself, and then attack it again.
We were talking to Josh Eaton and saying first man coverage, he likes the one-on-one, likes to beat him versus another guy.
Right.
Is that something when you're recruiting guys that you want to see that they have that mentality? They have that?
Yes, definitely. From a mentality standpoint and a skill set standpoint, you want guys that can get on the line of scrimmage and play press man. And the zone aspect will come, but you want guys that relish the opportunity to get on the line of scrimmage and play man-to-man coverage.
How's your role day-to-day, or has it changed since last year? Demetrius being gone and now you have in there.
Yeah.
Just what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I'm just working with the corners a little bit more this year, and the job's the job. The task is the task. The challenge is the challenge, and for me this year, it's about getting that room to play better than we have, and so we got a lot of work to do.
You guys were so banged up at times last season. I'm curious how that affects maybe going into spring ball where guys were around and couldn't get some of those reps for experience where you're at.
Healthy, we got to try to maintain that health. I mean, this is a contact sport, and so being able to have guys that you can either put in there or have guys that are tough enough to kind of go through that process of just playing a contact sport is always good.
Just the loss of experience of that, like some of these guys coming in. I know you got a lot of transfers, but didn't have all that. If they're banged up, they can't play, right?
Right. I mean, we just got to stay healthy.
James was talking about you. How do you guys complement each other? It seems like he was saying he brings some different things, and you bring some different things to him, but you guys working together.
Yeah. Oh,
How does that fit together, you two, personality-wise, skill set-wise, that type of stuff?
he's a wealth of knowledge. Like, he knows ball. I enjoy talking ball with him. He can get some things out of some players that maybe I can't. Like, he has a different approach. And so to watch him work, I think that's fascinating within itself, just to watch him work and see how he can challenge those guys in that room to be better.
What we've seen from Josh and some of the new additions that you guys have brought in.
We look a little different. We got length, I think. You got some longer bodies in there. We just got to beef them up a little bit. But you have guys that, again, they look forward to the opportunity of playing man coverage. So you like that in them.
How much does it help having two safeties who've been through it, have some experience to them, communicators?
Oh, they're
these new
crazy.
Corners, how much has that connected?
Yeah, it's nice to watch those men work. Those two safeties, and there are a couple more safeties in that room. They've kind of walked the path already. They know what's expected in terms of what we have to do in order to be successful. And so those guys really lead the charge. We kind of count on those guys to kind of lead us in that manner. So I think it helps us that we have those two guys, or is it those three guys, four guys in that safety room that's going to lead us to make calls and put us in the right position to be successful.
How exactly was Finley involved last season when he was injured? Was he in the film room? Like, how did you use him? Like,
Tatum?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost Tatum early, and he was getting his feet up under him. I thought he was coming into his own, but unfortunately, this game of football sometimes throw you curveballs, and so we lost him. And so it'll be good to get him back up and going. And he's a physical dude that can change direction and play coverage. So it'll be awesome to kind of see him get going again.
Wondering about your perspective on this receiver group. Are they making you guys better? What's that?
Absolutely.
What's that been like?
I think overall these dudes can run. You know, they have great hands. They can get in and out of breaks. They challenge us on a day-to-day basis to be better, especially when you're playing man coverage. It's hard to get sticky on these guys. And so hopefully makes us better so that on Saturday we like the product that we put out there.
As you come to the tail end of spring here, what are you most satisfied with in terms of growth just in these 14?
That we had an opportunity to get out for spring, and that we go into the off season, get bigger, stronger, faster, and then we get these same bodies coming back to kind of pick up where we left off. I'm excited about that aspect of it.
What about Chance? Probably should ask about him. He gets hurt last year, misses some time. Does he come back from it, or is he different or better, I guess?
He's working. I think we're all working on that back end, but it's nice to see him get back out there. He made some nice tackles in a couple of scrimmages that we had. That was kind of one of the reservations that I had on him. Will he get physical with the injury that he had? And so he's proven that that's behind him. So it'll be nice to see him kind of grow and continue to push forward.
Josh was talking about trying to become more physical too. Have you seen that over the course of this spring?
Yeah. I think all of those men are doing a good job in being more physical. And I don't know that that's a ceiling. They will have a ceiling in terms of being physical, but it's nice to see how we chase that on a day in, day out basis. Yeah, as long as we don't have to tackle as much, then the rush is doing what they're doing. They're stopping the run. Yeah, I think Coach Lange is doing a good job with those men there. The rushers are doing a good job. So D-line wise, I think the backers, they're doing a good job. I mean, I don't know that the ball is getting on us on the perimeter very much right now, but because of what those guys are able to do.
Getting takeaways on the shoot, has that been a
Yeah, in terms of our ability to get the ball, I would say yes. Now for the corners, mainly it's interceptions. But I think as corners, we got to find a way to get the ball off running backs. And so from drill to drill, and I think we've had some form of takeaway drill every day just to kind of emphasize that. And not just the corners, but Coach Rossi has it with the linebackers and the defensive line and the backers as well, safeties. Like we all have that circuit going on. So.
Numbers-wise, do you like where you're at, or do you feel like you need to add a little bit moving into the season?
I can always have more. They should give me like 60 of them. I don't know if that's going to happen, but no, I think numbers-wise we're good. I think we're on par for what we allotted for. Yeah, so we're good. But if you want to give me 7 more, I'll take them. We went down a whole lot last year. We ran through some bodies, and we're little dudes, and so sometimes when you play physical, sometimes that happens. You just got to have enough depth to stick the next guy in, and so. Yeah, I've been a part of some years where you kind of have a ton of injuries, a ton of guys that's not able to play.
Coach?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.